Let's go. Let's get into it. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy A Pressure. I'm gonna put the hoodie on for this. You put the hoodie on for this episode of Feel My Struggle while I talk my shit this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring up the Instagram. Like always, like, comment, subscribe to the video. You tapping into the live. You tapping into the YouTube, man. Let me talk my shit. But this episode right here is they tell me to be humble, and I'm gonna give y'all the spill on why the fuck they tell me to be humble, or how they say I'm not humble. Who gives it? You know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck? But we tap into the live real quick. Yo, what's up? It's your boy A Pressure King Slizzy. I get busy. Y'all niggas know what's up, man. Look, we live on YouTube right now. Go tap into my YouTube right now. I'm gonna talk about what it mean to be humble and why the fuck they keep being in the comments hating, making fake accounts, doing all this goofy shit. Why I got niggas from the trap and they feelings. Why I got certain people in these feelings. But man, the truth is the truth, man. I'm on YouTube live. I'm talking about whatever, man. Y'all gotta suck it, suck the wee wee. Okay. What's up? Good afternoon. How you feeling? Yeah, so we on YouTube live and shit. You already know. And yeah, I'm just here to talk. I'm here to talk my shit about, what it mean to be humble, why people want you to be humble, why they feel uncomfortable when you tell your story. You dig what I'm saying? I don't talk about nobody else. For the most part, I only talk about, me, my story, and my truth. So let's get into it. I'm on YouTube live. You know what's going on? I'm here. So look, right. Hey, first and foremost, how you doing, guys? Son, you already know. I appreciate you always tapping in with me. Um, yo. So basically, I'm on Instagram. That's a platform that I use. I started out using Instagram mostly, and I get up here and I talk. I talk my story. I don't talk nobody else story. I tell my story. You feel what I'm saying? I just happen to live an immaculate life. You dig? Full of adventure. It hasn't been the most easiest life. It hasn't been the most, graceful life. It's been full of a lot of errors, a lot of good decisions, bad decisions in between, or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, it's my life. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to know why people feel so uncomfortable when a nigga talk about his life. Like, I ain't talking about you motherfuckers' lives. I ain't sitting here giving you the spill on your life. You feel what I'm saying? I talk about my life. But they want you to be humble when I brag on certain shit that I accomplished or certain shit that I did. That they know, listen, um, when you choose to get into the street, that's something you choose to do. All right? But not everybody gonna be the guy when they get into the street. Cool. You could say getting into the street is a good or a bad thing. I don't care what people judge me on. It's my life decisions. You feel what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers that ain't get into the street but was in the street. I know females that talk about niggas that, oh, don't do this and don't, but they fucked every nigga in the street. You dig what I'm saying? So you're still a part of it. Whether you was the drug dealer or fucking the drug dealers. You dig me? Either way, it's not in my, it's not in my power to judge nobody based on how they live their life. However you choose to live your life, that's how you choose to live your life. I choose to live my life the way that it's been written out. And God has blessed me through my journey. I've been through a lot of ups and downs and shit like that. With all that being said, I get up here, right? I got comments, and I always look for new content. So I love when people jump in the comments and say weird shit. You feel what I'm saying? I posted a video, a picture of this right here, right? Now, if you look close, that's me in the top. This me right here, top corner. All right. Um, this says arrested. This was in the parole. This was in the parole board in Passaic County. When you walk into Passaic County, they had this poster up. These were the top shooters in Passaic County. These were the men that was at least attached to two or more, whether it be murders, attempts, whatever the case may be. At this time, I was 18 years old. Uh, Passaic County had me, labeled as a top shooter. I was doing a lot of shit. Um, I was outside. Um, this was Pooey. I was talking to my cousin G, right? He like, you got to get people to spill on Pooey and Pressure. So Pooey was a wild dude. Pressure's an artist. This all the same person. But anyway, when I tell people my story, and I give them the truth on it. Like, look, I came from this. I made this post. I'm like, yo, I came from this. This is where I came from. I've been through this shit. I've been outside for a long time, so I've been putting in work for a long time. I talk to people that's my age, and they always thought I was older, right? I'm 34. So if people that's 32, 34, 35, 30, like we was all around the same age bracket. Niggas was off the porch around the same time. But they all thought I was older because I was hanging with the older dudes. I was outside on the corners when they was going to 7th and 8th grade. I was already trapping. Now, I'm not glorifying that, right? I am glorifying that I was able to survive those conditions, but that's what life dealt me. Everybody wasn't blessed with, parents in a stable household where lights was on and shit was good for them. You feel what I'm saying? Things was hard for me growing up. Like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? This is my truth. It ain't me trying to glorify it or me making a storyline. This is the facts behind it, right? So when we talk about being authentic, and I say, all right, look, I was into this at this age. These is the pictures. This is what I was doing. This is my life. It ain't me glorifying it. However, I am happy to say that I was strong enough to survive those conditions. So let me make that very clear. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to wish the circumstances that I had to go through on anybody because it was nice where I had to sleep in the hallway. It was weeks without I'm washing. I gotta hustle to wash clothes and come back, and I'm homeless. And my first car was a stolen car. I'm sleeping in fucking stolen cars. I ain't having nowhere to go. Like I said, our apartment got condemned. So it was like a blind side to my mom. You feel me? The landlord had owned the house, but we was paying rent, but he wasn't paying, I guess, the mortgage on the property or whatever the case may be. And they just came and told the tenants, like, y'all got to get out. It's hard to tell a single parent, I don't give a fuck who you is right now in this day and age. It's hard to tell any single person that's a parent that's working check to check that they got to now get the rent, first security and a half. You know the requirements of an apartment. You blindside them and say, yo, y'all got 30 days to get out of here. The building is being condemned. My mom couldn't come up with the money to get, she was barely making the rent as it is, let alone to stack up for 2 months over and, whatever the case may be. And I'm pretty sure everybody can understand that circumstances. I love my mom, and I knew the circumstances. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I never tripped or blamed her for the circumstance we was in. Nevertheless, I was forced to the street, right? I got to feed myself. I'm a man. I see the struggles my mom going through already to, feed us and try to get this money. And we moving from house to house and shit like that. Cool. This is my story. This is my story. I don't sit up here and if it sounds like I'm glorifying something, I'm telling my story. This is just my story. You dig what I'm saying? Um, so I got into the street. I started hustling. When I first started hustling, I was hustling for niggas. You dig what I'm saying? I was getting packs like everybody else. I did the lookout shit, but I knew I didn't want to stay here because I knew what it was. I felt like what it was getting packs from niggas. I didn't want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? And I was always smart. I was never a dumb kid. You know what I mean? Like my mom was a person that she tried to shelter me and make sure I had my education, and I always was sharp. So me getting into the street, I had to learn street shit. Now that come with a whole different life lessons. You know what I mean? This is not things you can learn in the books. When they say street smart, book smart, that is a true thing. You know what I mean? And street smart is mostly reading people and reading situations and actually learning how to survive in the environment of people and how people go, be malicious, have ill intent, understand, body language and being aware to your surroundings. So this is the life I was submerged into. I always seen it. You hear the saying of being on the porch. I don't think I was ever on the porch because I was a kid that was in the hood and I used to be outside around it, but I never took part in it. Nevertheless, like I said, this is my story. You feel me? So when I get on Instagram and I post a picture, like yo, I went through this, and this is where I'm at now, because I showed a picture on the same post. Me at the Grammys, right? This after I did 10 years. They counted me out. All of this. This is me. This is years later. I was able to come back from that and stay mentally strong to get here to the Grammys. I used to be in my cell for years saying like, yo, I'm gonna be doing shit like this. And I felt good to put a suit on. It's me in Miami. That was just a simple shirt off, working out picture in Miami. But here's the thing, right? And I was just chopping it up with somebody that came home from doing, my man 3-5. He did a bunch of years. I don't know how much time he did, but I'm pretty sure it was like 20 years or some shit like that, 15, something like that. Yo, I know a lot of dudes that come home and they lose focus after a month or two. You know what I mean? I know y'all see it. I mean, for anybody that got family that's incarcerated, when they come home, you see them come home, they have their weight up, they be focused, they get like a 90-day window, and then they lose focus. This is what happens to most niggas that I was locked up with. People be the king of kings when we incarcerated, when we don't have these vices that we're attainable to, whether it's the drugs, the women, the party, and the lifestyle, your structure. So they become the best of the best. But when they get out here, right, their willpower and their discipline is what fades. So now they not working out. Now they not striving to be better. Now they, doing this and doing that, right? So I'm proud of myself that after years, bro, I've been home, my weight up. I've been home for years, bro. I know it looked like I just came home. I've been home for years. You see my lips pink. I drink water. I exercise. I take care of my body. I've been disciplined for years. How you take that away from a nigga? Like I will try to, or how you hate on that? When I tell you I stand on what I stand on, and I got the facts to prove it though. Like I stayed disciplined for years. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't one of them niggas that went to jail, came home, and then lost. Nah, like I stayed focused out here. Everything I said I was gonna do in there, I came home and I did. I came home with my notebook. I came home and kept them promises. I stood on business. So I'm proud of myself for that. You get a person hating in the comments though. All right. So I want to address it because it's like it's a topic. It's something to talk about. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other hating motherfuckers that feel this way. So why not address it? And I know people say don't address the hate, but I love popping shit to the people that got a negative thing to say. You feel what I'm saying? I love it because the people that support me, I put my arm around y'all and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody tapping in, right? Yo, this shit say, this is a comment. You don't know whether you want to be a pastor, a gangster, a father, an influencer, a porn star, or a rapper. I see what you're doing though. Since you got your new viewers like myself, you got to let the people know about yourself. Humble up, pressure. Letting the likes and follows get to your head. Remain humble. Don't let the industry turn you out. I don't know who wrote this message. I don't even give a fuck who the person behind this message is. You dig what I'm saying? Uh, but what I do want to address is I want to address everybody who do feel this way. Because I know it's a lot of y'all out there that probably watch this shit, especially people from my hood. It's always the motherfuckers that be next to you that when they see you elevate, they try to feel some type of way. But you niggas can't say shit about me because I was who I was in the hood. When you was around me, anybody, I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck who you is in the town. I don't give a fuck. If you was around me, you know who I am. And it was never a situation where I wasn't this guy. You feel what I'm saying? It was never a situation where I was in the hood and Pressure or Pooey was just anybody. No, when I pull up in the hood, niggas know what's up. I was always me. I was always this guy. God, a pastor. I don't mind wearing the hat of a pastor. I do preach the word. I do believe in God. I'm a God-fearing man. This is a fact. Whether I'm in the street, whatever I do, I have respect for God and I understand that He controls all. So I can only be the most humble because I never think I'm the most high. You dig what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. A gangster. Like I said, it's a life I was submerged in. But I follow the rules of a gangster, a real gangster. Not the bullshit. So when I say I stand on principles as a gangster, it's a gangster as I knew it. I take care of the community. I always made sure the community has shit. Anytime in my hood, period, I'm the one that do the charities. I'm the one that makes sure the kids get toys for the summer and get toys for the winter. That's a fact. Did I not do a Christmas drive? this year? Did I not do it last year? Did I not do a summer kickoff drive? Did I not do a spring? Am I not the one that's going downtown to Patterson to talk to the people and say, listen, I need y'all to bring this to the South? Patterson Healing Collective, I went down there. I go to the city hall. I do all that to make sure my hood get what they supposed to get. Niggas don't do that. Who else do it? So how could you say I'm not who I am if I'm the only one doing it? The nigga who control this is the one that's making this shit happen out here. I'm the one that's making sure the hood to eat, not the negative bullshit. I mean, of course I stand on business otherwise, right? But this is what I do though. So I go personally connect with Patterson Healing Collective. I say, look, I'm gonna do the show for free. I don't want no money. All I want y'all to do is bring y'all program to the South because we got kids out here in my neighborhood too that need love, right? And they do. And I'm so grateful. Shout out to Patterson Healing Collective. Shout out to all the guys from the young guys, Issue Rolling, everybody that stick within that circle and help the whole city of Patterson because we need heroes, and those are true heroes, and those are people that we need to show love to. But me being from my hood, I'm the one that do this. I'm the one that makes sure the kids in my hood got something to do. When niggas needed school supplies, Pressure put that shit together. My money, thousands of dollars. I did that and gave back to the hood numerous times. You feel what I'm saying? You say what? No, I know I'm a gangster. I'm a father. Yes, I stand on business as a father. Like that can never be questioned. All my kids love me. I'm in tune with them. I handle all my responsibilities. That's this is what they commenting, but they commenting is if it's a hate. An influencer. I'm on social media, so clearly I'm an influencer, right? I just influence people for the right shit though. You feel what I'm saying? I get up here and I preach always pop. You never hear me say anything that's derogatory. I give people how I feel the right way to do it. That's it. Know what I mean? This is my influence. A porn star. Well, if you ask my wife, I'm pretty sure the couple sex partners that say I'm a porn star, and what the fuck is like, yeah, I stand on business in the bedroom. Why does it matter to you? I feel like this is coming from a female. Or a rapper. I'm clearly a rapper. I went viral for rapping. I didn't go viral for dick riding celebrities. I didn't go viral for doing no wild, goofy shit. And no, I went viral for cutting the camera on and saying, if you the leader of the gang, just know they come for the head. No jurisdiction when it come to the feds. And you out here flashing rollies, buying foreign, should have saved it instead. You know them lawyers ain't gonna move without bread. I went viral for giving knowledge, for rapping about the law and understanding what I went through in jail. All right. So when I tell my story and I go viral for it, I didn't have to shake ass for it. And I don't judge nobody who do shit to get views and numbers. I'm just telling you, I went viral for literally being myself and telling my story. You know how much that means to me? That I didn't have to do anything else. I didn't have to pay for promotion. I literally just got on camera and rapped my story and went viral for it. So yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm sorry when I say shit like, yo, I don't know if dimming my light gotta make you comfortable, but I'm not doing that. I'm not dimming my light. I'm not changing who I am to make you guys feel comfortable. When I'm telling my story, I don't give a fuck. If you feel some type of way because I'm telling my truth, that means you're more infatuated with my story and my truth than your own story. And that's cool. They say you get up here and you portray a fake image. I don't even get up here and put on an image. You know what I mean? Like I don't get on Instagram and social media and put on an image. I don't have an image. I am exactly who I am. I don't wear a cloak to be somebody else. I go to the gym, don't I? Work out. That's what it do. I preach the word. I believe in God, don't I? I'm a father, ain't I? Gangster in the street, wasn't I? I mean, you don't do 10 years and do all of this gangster shit and be like, he not a gangster, wasn't I? Ain't that what come with this shit? Right? So it's like, I don't understand. When people get up here, you got a lot of people that get up here and they tell good stories about me, right? And I love them and appreciate it for. You always got a couple haters that never been outside and never really been in the mix. So I just, and it's a lot of people that don't know me. So this is a window and an insight to who I am. I get up here I talk my shit on YouTube, but it's more so just y'all getting to know me as a person beyond the music. You know what I mean? I want y'all to get to know who y'all cheering for. I'm not the richest. I never said I got the most money in the hood, but I said I took care of the hood. A lot of niggas that get the most money in the hood are shit on the hood. I done seen it. I didn't get the most money in the hood, but I made sure everybody in the hood was getting money when I ran it. I made sure that the J's was clean and taken care of, and niggas got food. I made sure the kids was good. I never let an ice cream truck go by and they had to question it. I never let nobody kid walk past me without having money to go to the store. I never let conflict brew in the hood when I was out there for niggas to go against niggas and then get into some shit where it could affect everybody. I was the alleviator. Stop. We ain't doing that. That's it. Being who I am and standing on more principles come with a lot of shit, especially hate and especially jealousy. I understand that. You feel me? I understand that. If I had a car to pull, it would have been pulled a long time ago. People want you to be, they want you to be humble, but they want you to be silent. What? If I would have been silent, I wouldn't have got I wouldn't got where I am today. I got where I am today for talking and speaking my truth. Niggas don't like when you deliver the truth. When I speak like this, they don't like when I deliver the truth. And I've been knew the jealousy was there, and I've been knew the hate was there. I just never let it stop me. I used to go to my hood and no niggas was hating on me. No niggas, I never let it stop me. I'm thorough. I was raised thorough. I was raised by thorough niggas. I never let the jealousy stop me. I walk dead in their face. What's up? This how I move in the hood. What's up? I know you know a lot of tough niggas. I can fight though. Don't get them embarrassed. That's how I stood in the hood. Yeah, he might be like that, but he out of shape. Pressure ain't never out of shape, right? I'm always in the gym. I'm always prepared for whatever got to come with this shit. I stood disciplined. I'm reading books every year, every day. I'm gaining every day. I grow every day. So a lot of shit that people try to teeter on. Come on. They said drink. Yo, I don't drink. I ain't drink since 2018, brother. You heard? Never. And when I used to drink, that was niggas' best time to catch me. I used to be getting so much money and spending it. Yeah, I used to drink. I kicked that shit. I ain't like how I was when I drink. So I don't drink. I mean, 2020, pardon me. 2020 is when I officially gave up drinking. February. So I ain't into the whole drinking shit. You heard? I mean, it's the reason I got the abs, reason I'm always in shape. You know? Uh So I stand on a moral business. Niggas can't say nothing about me and hurt them. Like, what can we say? Nah, I'm sober. I read. I'm educated. I grow. I invest in myself. And I know where I came from. I know that I left a lot of motherfuckers and they might be mad. Like, oh, he doing good. But you mad that I'm doing good. What that say about you? Because you motherfuckers wasn't helping me when I was doing bad. But it affect you that I'm doing good. Think about that. When I was down bad, niggas wasn't helping me. Right? When I was locked up, y'all wasn't sending me no letters. So why you so worried about when I'm doing good, but you wasn't worried about when I was doing bad? Yo, jealousy an evil trait. Envy an evil trait. And it's cool. But my message to y'all is this though. Just understand who I am. Because understand that it's accountability level. See, I understand, right? That in my hood and where I move and the people that knew me, and this goes for anywhere, in any environment I've been in, it's accountability level that they don't share a space with me. You dig what I'm saying? Like they can't get comfortable with me. So it be to certain people they could get comfortable. With press, you could never get comfortable. On my block, you could never get comfortable. Never. I never allow people to get comfortable enough to disrespect or say nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? So knowing me, understand what it come with. I always stood on business. I never got so cool with niggas to be like, yeah, I could say this to pressure. Nah, it's a problem. And you gotta handle that. Win, lose, or draw, but you gotta handle it. So this is how I move. This is how I was bred as a person. This is how I grew up as a leader. That's it. In jail, in prison, you will hear niggas say, and you could quote me on this. You could hear people say, "Don't open doors." Like I don't open doors with people to play certain games, right? Because I stand on respect and certain shit you ain't gonna say to me. So I move that way in life, and in my hood and anything I do, I don't open certain doors. So it ain't no comfortability level for a nigga to, nah, it's consequences if you say the wrong shit. You dig me? This how I stand up. I was raised this way. So when I tell my story, this is my story. You in these comments, you behind these fake pages, this is my story. Just understand that I got the heart to say whatever I'm gonna say and be myself, my face. You niggas gotta make pages and hide behind this shit. I don't do coward shit. I don't move like that. I never move like that. You feel me? That's how I stand, that's how I live. Jersey, what up? You already know. I mean, one of the guys had DM me and shit. He was like, "Yo, Press, you got a platform, bro." He was like, "You got to talk about the, the gang life and how shit is in Jersey, right?" And a lot of people don't understand uh how treacherous and how brutal and how this shit was a part of raising a nigga too. And I'm gonna get on that on another subject. A lot of people in my hood don't understand what I went through outside. They didn't take that walk. You know what I mean? They grew up a little softer, a lot softer. You know? Um, and I used to watch certain shit like when I maneuver the V, whether I'm playing with poles and popping out, and niggas like, yo, pressure. Nah, this is just the world brutal around us. Niggas wasn't. So, I understand the hate that come with me telling my story. I know people might feel some type of way when I get up here and be like, yo, I ran my hood. Like I used to run that shit. It ain't nothing. Like it ain't. The truth is the truth. You feel what I'm saying? But I used to run it with love, though. I used to make sure people was good. You feel me? I ain't had to do a bunch of wild shit. It wasn't no, for the most part, niggas getting out of pocket. Niggas a backbite probably. Niggas a talk, but niggas ain't never get out of pocket when I was there. You feel what I'm saying? It would have been consequences. But in the meantime, no, look, when we went in drought on water, I made sure everybody got water. I'm talking about like I really went to the grocery store. This is documented. You heard? I really went to the grocery store. I don't know if y'all remember 2020, it was a water drought, it was a tissue drought. And I'm talking about for like 3-4 weeks, niggas ain't have no tissue. Remember, I think Cameron invested in tissue because it was such a tissue drought. And I went and bought cases on cases of water and passed it out to everybody in the hood. On Jackson Street, on Chadwick, I went driving, and I got the guys with me. You heard? And pass the shit out to everybody in the hood. Same shit with tissue. Pass it out to everybody in the hood. Cookouts, come outside, feed everybody. And this ain't nothing new. Like, you feel what I'm saying? This shit ain't nothing new. Cause when I was 16, 17, I had Jackson Street to the face. A lot of the old heads got locked up and the block got disarrayed, and you know what I mean? I was in the same position. So I lived a long life, and I'm so young that this shit get tiring. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm 34. I feel like I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this shit for 20 plus years though. This shit get tiring. You got to do something else. So that's why I try to lead people the right way. I don't try to put a message out here to say, yo, go kill niggas and do none of that goofy shit. I don't preach none of that shit. What I do preach though, and I said this in the song, I had dropped the song Prime Time. Well, I snippet the song Prime Time and shit. You heard? And I'm like, they killed Reek, they killed Zay, fuck them posts, get on their ass. Right? And I ain't telling you niggas to go slide by all he means. I know what I would have been doing as a young nigga. I know how I play as a young nigga. You feel me? But I tell niggas don't pump fake on the internet though. Like that's my message. Like don't take these posts talking about yo, we sliding on niggas. Don't do that. Don't make them promises. Don't say things like that, bro. Just say rest in peace to the guys. Because once you start making promises, like when I catch niggas, I'm doing shit to them, it's people that's looking for you to fulfill those promises, bro. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be that guy. You don't gotta live that life. You don't gotta play that game. That shit come with a lot. That's it. Like it come with a lot. I know what sliding come with, bro. A lot of niggas never slid for real. A lot of niggas never hopped out. A lot of niggas never stood on shit. A lot of niggas never. I know what come with that. So don't even pump fake on that, bro. You feel me? Like ain't no need to pump fake on that. I don't want these young niggas out here doing nothing that I wouldn't want my son doing. That's it. You gotta, uh, you gotta think, you gotta understand what comes with this. LV Hustle, what up, bro? Shout to Camden too. Yeah, I fuck with the Camden guys for real, man. Definitely some thorough niggas. Thorough niggas come out of Camden County. Um, yeah, man. So I know what come with this shit, man, and I try to give people the real. You could be hard headed and be young and not listen, and that's cool. Hard head nigga so fast. I'm the first person to tell you any young nigga that listen to me and they be like, well, fuck that. Yo, look, cool. They got a place for you, and you might make it. You might go through what I went through, and you might make it out, or you might not. It's a lot of niggas that got hard heads and go through that ringer and that process and don't make it out, bro. Don't make it out. Don't make it out. Don't make it out the same. Don't be the same person. None of that shit. All that tough shit that niggas got in their heart, it's a place for that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you portraying an image of being something, that shit gonna get tested, bro. That's it. That shit gonna get tested. You feel me? And it's a place for you. Even if you stand up on a test, it's a place for you. A nigga, you tough, we gonna see how tough you are. All right, cool, it's a place for you. You stand on business, you going to jail. Now you gotta fight and show you tough all the time. Cause you locked up with a bunch of tough niggas that don't give a fuck how tough you is, cause they tough from where they from. So you niggas gonna have to stand on business. This is what I had to go through. So I tell niggas, look, don't even pump fake on this shit. Don't be that, my nigga. I look at young niggas and I know what I was doing as a young nigga. So I know how thorough the lineup is. Like, yo, when I was young, you talking that shit, I would have went already. This is Doc, this is what it is. This is the life I live. When I was a young nigga, they do something to my friend, I would have been on a whole fucking spree already. It wasn't like when I was 17, they wasn't calling everybody, calling my mom, yo, you get your son kicking people doors in, your son shot somebody over here, your son shot somebody over here, your son ran somebody over, your son tried to, this is how I was living. This is Passaic County coming saying, listen, this guy, whoever Pooh he is, he's a fucking menace out here. We got him wanted for 3 shootings already. They saying he did some more. This is what I was doing. So I know as a young nigga what type of person I was. At 17, I know I was busy. It wasn't no arguing. I was fighting whoever. I know how I was standing. And I know where that shit got me. For being that tough, I know where it got me. I know what I had to deal with. I know, my nigga, when you tough, life will beat you up. It ain't gonna be one person. It ain't gonna be 2 people. It's gonna be life because this is what comes with it. So I try to tell niggas avoid this path, bro. Yeah, you got pride and yeah, you got heart. Move smart. Move smart, King. That's it. You feel me? Move smart. Because this shit, being tough and having let your nuts hanging. It come with a lot, bro. It come, and if you want that, if you want the life of a tough guy, go ahead. That's it. I live the life of a tough guy. You heard? I lived that life. I got the battle scars to prove it. It ain't always you wake up sore. My finger broke, my ribs, my teeth, fucking knots on my head, like scars, permanent shit from just being this tough guy. You want to live his life? You want to live his life? You want these bullet wounds? You want knife wounds? You want to live his life, bro? Niggas be saying they want something, and I'm like, yo, bro, y'all niggas just, it's better if you just do something else. So when I tell people what it is, do something else. You want to be tough? I know what they got waiting for you. You know what I mean? And you might not make it out of that shit, Sliz. You might not make it home. It's a lot of tough guys that I know that's in prison, my nigga, and it's always free to guys, but they never coming home. And the situations they in there for, they wish they never did this shit. I talked to them, I don't know why the fuck I did that. You get caught up in your own ego. You get caught up in your own pride. So when I get up here, I hope that the young nigga see, like, no, that's an older nigga that he stood on business. Just like me. But he telling me right now, like, yo, you thorough, you tough, you don't gotta prove it to these niggas. That's it. Know what you in this shit for and stay on that path. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I try to give niggas the real, man. You know what I mean? I started my bid. I'm from Patterson. I started my bid in Passaic County. Passaic County, 2008. They had gang unit from nationally from New Jersey, all in Passaic County. So we was locked up. It was everybody from Trenton, um, anywhere that was gang and you was labeled gang. They was putting you in Passaic County. We had 4G4, 4G3. We had 5 dorms just full of Bloods alone, and then they had the Crips in their own dorm and shit like that. This is what I had to go through. From there, I went down BT. I got into a couple fights down there. My hood was tripping. I ended up punching on the police down there. Got kicked out. Went to Trenton. From Trenton Seg, I was there. Went to Northern Seg. I seen in Northern Seg where niggas' hearts was at, because niggas wasn't trying to go into the building at that time. Northern State was, gang central. The Hat, the Brim homies, and neighborhood niggas was tripping. E and IMG was tripping. There was a lot of trips going on. Niggas was not coming out of there. Pressure went in the population now. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm going in there and I'm gonna handle business. And I went in there and I handled business, you know what I mean? And I had the building. So it wasn't like I didn't go in there and just be a norm. Nah, I went in there and took the building. Like, yo, this me, I'm in here. This is what it is. I'm one of the guys that's gonna stand on business. And that shit just came from over time. From Northern State, one of my Cody's came down there, put a keep separate on me. I got shipped out of Northern State. I went to fucking Yarville until I went to transportation, and then I went to Southern State, then I went to ASAG for a fight, then I went to Rawway and finished my time out down Rawway. I went down BT 2010. I got the BT 2010, I want to say in May. And by July, I already had punched on Solomon. Me and Solomon got in the feed and B2. D2, pardon me. Um, but I was already fucking went to lockup before that. I started on A3. Me and a nigga named Insane from Lakewood got into a fade. I had to punch all on him and shit because he had the building down there. And I wasn't smelling how he was running. Then they moved me from A3 to B2. I was on B2 cooling the guys and shit like that. But then a police named Miss Travada, CO female, whatever, I got into an argument with one of her workers. Next thing I know, I'm going to wreck. I'm coming back. They pulling me off the line, talking about they found a banger in my room and shit. They end up finding a piece of metal in a Purex bottle. Mind you, I never even went to orientation yet, so I never had a job. If you've been down BT, I never even had movement to go to the kitchen, let alone get a piece of metal. But they set me up and shit, got me over there. So I went to G3. I was in lockup in G3 for a little while. Then I came out. Then I went to D2. I was in D2 for probably like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It was okay. Niggas was, fucking with me. I was trying to get my feet into the mix, but it was like just brutal. And it was the summertime. If you was ever down Bordentown in the summertime, there is no AC, my nigga. I'm hot as hell. I'm in the room. I don't have a fan, nothing. And canteen is crazy down there. Like, you can order $200 worth of canteen and get $20. That's how that shit was running when I was down there. Yeah, '04 to '07, Brody, I wasn't even grown. No kizzy. I went down J-Rack, Jamesburg, shit like that. That was that time, '04 to '07 for me, North Renaissance House. I was only 16, 15 at that time. E-Wing. On what? Down Bordentown? Nah, I never hit E-Wing on Bordentown. I was in E-Wing in Northern State. I was on E3 East. But yeah, you know what I mean? I went down BT and shit is how to sell. So I ended up going to the yard. I'm working out. I come back. Uh, I grab my shower shit. They running showers. Now you got these niggas that's we all the same age, right? But you got some men that's mature. Some niggas act like kids, but we all the same age. So you got niggas running around doing silly shit. The CO like, yo, stop playing, or I'm gonna cut the showers, or you know what I mean? But instead of him it's only like 2 or 3 of the same niggas. Instead of him telling them niggas they ain't getting no showers, he waits till he get right in front of my door and say, all right, showers cut. Bro, I was waiting there patient the whole time. I wasn't talking. I was straight militant. Niggas know how I was coming down there. I'm not one of them kids that's running around slapping. You know, you got niggas playing gay games and all this weird shit. I was never one of those guys. You feel me? Playing those kind of guys. I was always militant with how I move. Yeah, they switched orientation from E-Wing to A3. When I got down BT, E-Wings was shut down. They was fixing it or doing whatever the fuck they was doing. Yo, how you doing today? Appreciate you tapping in, man. The leader, what's going on? Yeah, so the fucking, the CEO came and shit. He like, yo, the shower's ended. I'm like, yo, I'm getting in the shower. Like I was fed up. You know what I mean? I was already sweating in my room. Bordentown sales was like, and it was hot as hell in the summertime. So I'm already in my room sweating the sheets out. I got no food in this bitch as it is. You know what I mean? I got no ice, no nothing. You had to really be down Bordentown for a good 3 months before you got situated. I'm talking about clothes, canteen, getting the TV. You got to be down there for 3 months. That's a long time to be somewhere without anything. You feel me? But me anyway, I'm just like, man, this nigga tweaking. I'm getting in the shower. I went down there to go get in the shower. He like, yeah. I'm like, write it up. You know what I mean? I got 10 years and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about no write up, nigga. But he had other plans and shit. He tried to swing on me, and we ended up getting it popping. You know what I mean? I had to punch on him and shit like that. He kicked up though. You feel me? He wasn't really a boxer. He was a wrestler, grabbing me and shit. Nigga bit my back and everything. Um, so I end up getting, once you punch on the police, once you get into a fight, it's an administrative move. You can't be in the building no more. It's a safety hazard. So they locked me up. After they done fucked me up. That was the first time I ever got knocked out in my life. That was the only time I ever got knocked out in my life. Let me say that. They kicked me to sleep. You feel me? Like they had my hands behind my back, kicking me. One nigga got his head kicking me. They broke this finger. I had my hand balled. They got my hands cuffed already, but they trying to tell me unball my fist. But I feel them trying to snap my finger. And when I went to let it go, that shit popped. Bah! I felt it. It was like sun just ran down. I'm like, ah, and then they kicked me to sleep. Boom. I woke up, blood gushing from the back of my head, shit dripping down. They got me handcuffed coming down the stairs. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, there you go. He waking up and shit. I was fucked up. Every time I took a breath, my motherfucking rib, they fractured one of my ribs fighting these police. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I'm breathing in. This all come from being a tough guy, though. This is what I'm trying to tell you. All this shit I've been through, all these battle scars come from me being tough. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, they sent me to Trenton Seg and shit. I mean, Trenton lockup. You know what I mean? And then they had me in Trenton lockup for like 35, 40 days, something like that. I had sutures in my finger because they popped my shit, and it ended up getting infected because they wasn't trying to give me no treatment because I punched on the cop. So it was like they had it out for me, and I had to go through that torture. You know what I mean? I had a fucking concussion. They had me in Trenton St. Francis for 2 days, which is unheard of for an inmate. Like what the fuck? And then they wanted to do more treatment, but they like nah, they got to get me back to prison. So they ended up taking me out of there, giving me Tylenol threes and shit. Like yo, here, take that. You feel me? That'll subside. So I went maybe like 2 weeks damn near. I wasn't really eating. I never had a concussion before, so when my I used to lay down, and then when I sit up, my eyes used to go like, "Drrrr," and I'm like, damn, I didn't know what was going on with me. You feel what I'm saying? They fucked me up. I couldn't eat, so I had to really go through a lot of like bullshit, being tough and shit. This would come with it. From there, I went to Trenton Seg and shit like that. Then I just continued my journey. I continued the journey, and they was doing, it was a lot of shit going on and shit. So, um, my boy just said some wild shit. He said it was some big ass niggas down there. P3, he was knocking niggas out, putting them in his cell, sucking they. Whoo! You hear about some weird shit like that? I heard one of my mans that I knew was in Bordertown, Ass Seg, doing some wild gay shit, like some weird shit like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When I got down Trenton, Ass Seg and shit, I started getting my property together and shit like that. Shit was easy style. I got the Northern State. Northern State was like the streets. You feel me? That if you was a thorough nigga or you was a hoe nigga, you would survive based on how you was moving. Niggas was, it wasn't too many thorough niggas. Keep it real. Thorough niggas was the ones running the jails. And there was a lot of niggas just following suit down that bitch. But I found my way through there and shit. But yeah, I just, like I said, I've been through a lot of shit, and like it's my story. You feel what I'm saying? I don't put no fabrication on my story. My shit be action packed. I know a lot of niggas' lives be boring and shit. Probably, you feel what I'm saying? My shit be it just is what it is. It's a story God wrote for me. I'm just living it out. You feel me? But people will comment and shit and say weird shit. So like, yeah, I gotta address it sometimes. I show a little energy to it because I be having time. You feel what I'm saying? Like just to rub it in their face. Like shut up. Like, can't say shit about me, slurs. You heard? Like I've been through this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't say shit about me. Know what I mean? Or you could, but just make sure it's facts though. Like, cause niggas always got their opinion, but make sure your opinion don't supersede the facts. You feel what I'm saying? Like put the facts in that shit. Cause my message ain't be to be the biggest drug dealer. My message ain't to be the biggest gangster. My message ain't none of that. My message is listen, you could do this shit without doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta play this role right here. That's it. Everybody got their own life they subjected to. Whether if you gotta be in the street or not be in the street, you feel what I'm saying? But certain shit you could avoid as men. You know what I mean? As men, we do a lot of shit based on peer pressure and personal, influence by the people and things like that. You know what I mean? We subject ourselves to do a lot of shit. You know, some shit you gotta stand on to let niggas know. Don't get it twisted. Just understand what you signing up for though. Because a lot of this shit don't be worth it for real. You show a lot of love and get a lot of hate. It don't be worth it. For that, you can really show love to people that show love to you. And a lot of times that's shit that I probably should have did that I look back at now. Like I should have been showing love to the family, to the ones that really, you know what I mean? That really be there for you. Hello? You, what's going on? I'm cool, and I'm actually in the middle of a live stream right now, but we good though. Talk to me. Yeah, you said the 23rd, right? March 23rd, 106 in Park. I got it on the schedule. Miami. Oh yeah. Alright, I got you. I'm gonna hit you when I get off live stream. We chop it up. March 20, March 23rd. March 23rd, I'm in Atlanta. They got the 106 in Park down there. So, you know what I do be wanting to talk about though, yo? I be wanting to talk about how the fact that I really be like, as a businessman, I really structure my own meetings. I really make out the connections. I really tie the loose ends. I really coordinate. I really do my numbers. I really do my submissions. I really do my invoices. I really make sure my taxes. I really read up on the laws, on the guidelines. I really study. I really put this together as an entrepreneur. And I really take the risk and believing in myself. And I think that's courage. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, fuck all the other shit. Fuck all the gangster shit. Oh, fuck all the shit that shit right there is not fuck it. Because that's what made me. But the fact that you could do all that, but you gotta have the courage to do all this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't got the courage to walk into a room and be themselves. A lot of people don't got the courage to walk into a room and speak their mind. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't got the courage to travel by themselves. Like people always need some type of support. They can't go. They don't feel comfortable going somewhere by themselves. I know I'm. I tell people this all the time. I'm a loner, and it's not a bad thing to be a loner. I think that it got a bad, like a bad image, or people try to like, what a loner? Like it's nah. Yeah, I'm a loner. I move around by myself. You feel what I'm saying? I need some water. I don't know where the fuck my water at. I move around by myself. I was in that gym beating that shit up too. I ain't gonna hold you before I came in. Oh shit, I was missing all of the comments. I mean B3 facts. Nah, facts, bro. LV Hustle, I appreciate it, bro, and I appreciate you tapping in for real, for real. Yo, but so I think that the courage that we need is to be able to actually speak, to be able to communicate, to be able to vocalize what we're going through internally, and to be able to express how we feel. Right? A lot of people can't express their emotions, and it'd be a miscommunication because people be hurt but say that they angry, and the reality is like I'm mad because you hurt my feelings, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? People like so I feel like that's what we need, and a lot of people gotta have the courage to just speak up. You know what I mean? Because they'll think things. I always tell people like, yo, just come to me. Like, if you got a problem with me, bro, you don't gotta worry about whatever the consequences is. A lot of people worry about the consequences of me speaking up to somebody. Yo, just speak your piece, bro. Because the way you see it might not be the way it is. It might be a communication. It might be a miscommunication based on perspective. You might feel as if I did something out of this ill intent, and I might have did it out of this. So just communicate. You know what I mean? You're a prophet, not a loner, because you have the courage to express your worldwide what you've seen during those days in the wilderness. I heard this a lot. I feel like being called a prophet is it's a strong word. It's strong. You know what I mean? Ugh. I just noticed when I really focus, y'all go a little caca. Hey yo, um, I think like I said, we just gotta. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep giving y'all my truth and my story in the way I see it, and that's just it. You know what I mean? Um, there is no putting cut on it. There is no fabricating it. There is no need to. Know what I mean? Like there's no need to do it. Like I don't gotta tell you that 8 is 10. You know what I mean? Because there was times where my life was on 10, and there was times where it was on 8, and there was times where it was on 2. And the crazy part about it is I appreciate when it was on 2. I appreciate the times that I had to go through peace. You know what I mean? And I cherish and I loved it. I also acknowledge the struggles that I went through. And a lot of people don't like to revisit their past because they remember all of the pain. And I remember all of the pain, but just as well as I remember the pain, I remember how I got over it. I remember that I was strong enough to survive the test that I was given. You dig what I'm saying? So I guess it's all about perspective. People don't like talking about their life story, or people don't like talking about the things they've been through. You know what I mean? But I talk about the good, the bad, the indifferent. You know what I mean? I don't mind telling you about my losses because I know I got stronger, and I don't mind telling you about my wins. You know what I mean? So it's wicked, you know. And speaking of losses, by the way, we got to change this narrative. Like we got to change the narrative of like you can't take a loss, bro. Bro, listen, right? Let me take this wave cap off. I cut my hair. I didn't want to show y'all the waves until I pop my shit out. Um, uh, what I was saying though, people people put this narrative on like you can't take a loss, like or they be scared to take a loss in anything in life. And this, I'm not just saying just fighting. I'm just saying anything in life. Like, yo, you gonna take losses. Like since like we want to live like nobody takes a loss. That ain't life, bro. Like, and that ain't having courage. Like, I don't worry about the loss. when I was growing up fighting, I never worried about the loss. I was just worried about making sure I did what I had to do. That's it. If I end up coming out with the L, so be it. I know I went in there doing what I had to do. Sometimes, don't get it twisted, it was times where, especially in the fight, shit have changed shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I done fought some niggas where it was big niggas. You know what I mean? When you tough, you don't pick and choose. That's what I try to tell people. Like, when you truly got it in your heart, like you courageous, you don't pick and choose. And because you don't pick and choose, you end up fighting the tough niggas. It's been a lot of times, bro, where I've had to get into it and shit getting busted up and I'm fighting the toughest of the toughest because we both saying we tough. You're gonna clash. As you get older, you realize though, listen, you gotta move with grace. Cause you being this way, it ain't only you. You ain't the only tough nigga running around this world. And if you bump into a nigga, right, and you don't move with respect, it could be something. That's what I'm saying. When you young, it's cool to be disrespectful until you run across a nigga that stand on respect. Then you understand that it's better to be respectful because being disrespectful gonna lead you to a bunch of niggas that stand on respect, and you got to stand on that shit. And even if you win, you're gonna still have the battle scars. That's it. And that's with anything. That's in war, that's in life, that's in anything you do. All right? You could win the battle, but you still got the scars. You know I had to go through some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like some things that. So, um, I try to tell people you don't really, when you got it in your heart, you don't worry about the loss. You don't pick and choose. You feel what I'm saying? And that take you, and that courage will take you to other things. That's it. I go into a room, I'm not worried about how this. Nah, I'm going in there with my confidence. That's it. I'm walking into a room. I'm in there by myself. I'm comfortable with who I am. I know I stand on this, on what I stand on. You feel what I'm saying? Right, for sure, for sure. Sometimes God put us through the storm to see how strong we are. God is a very mysterious, being, and a lot of the times, I don't. I used to question the things I used to go through. Now I just walk. You know what I mean? Everything I ever been through, I made it out of it. So I don't even question it no more. When hard times come now, I'm just like, it's a lesson in here I gotta learn. You know what I mean? So I always try to find the silver lining. Like, I'm going through this, cool. Because at times we could do a lot of things. You know what I mean? I take accountability. I take full accountability. I'm human. I'm not perfect. No, and I think that that's the most humbling and understanding perspective. So when people say shit like be humble, I can only be humble. I believe in a higher power. I only can be humble. I understand that me doing something has an answer that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Karma, bad things, like so I gotta stand on certain principles and moralities. More so than that, I'm a father. So I don't want to put nothing in this world that my kids gotta reap. And these is lessons I learned over time. You learn lessons like this when you become a father, when you come of age, when you go through this. I used to hear certain older dudes talk when I was young, and I was so closed-minded because I thought I knew everything. And if you think you know everything, then you're not open to learn anything. So you're just standing, you're stagnant. You know what I mean? As men, we gotta grow to the point where it's like, all right, I'm not the smartest in the room. You gotta be receptive to information. And then the more intelligence you get and the more receptive you get, you start realizing, well, I don't gotta look at the messenger. Because sometimes the messenger might be dressed this way and look this way, but he got the message, he got the knowledge. And once you realize you can learn from all beings in life, you know what I mean? I like to say you see the board. You start seeing the world for what it is. You start recognizing the moving pieces. You start, oh, why this work, this, and you know what I mean? It's like you open your third eye, I guess what they'd call it. We coming up on an hour of live streams. And I appreciate y'all tapping in to feel my struggle. I get up here, you know what I mean, tell my story. I had to address the comments because we look for topics, you know what I mean? I look for topics to keep things, fresh. I don't like to keep going over the same thing over and over. Um, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate Leader tapping in, SV Hustle. I appreciate you so much, Godspeed. I appreciate you. And yeah, you already know, man. Feel My Struggle podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Put your people up on it. You know what I mean? We shooting the official episodes. Y'all can't see, but I got the stand, the balancer, everything. I got the mics, the equipment. We're shooting the official episodes in March. So I'm gonna start bringing guests up, get the film crew, get everything going on. And, always submit your topics, and man, yeah, man, we gonna keep pushing this forward.